I think through my study abroad experience, I learned that God was very, very present. He allows us to kind of go through the valleys because through those valleys, we actually understand His joy more. I'm Whitney Bird. I'm a senior writing major from Denver, Colorado. So studying abroad for me was something that was kind of a deep desire. The decision to actually do it was a big step for me. It was a leap of faith, and I thought everything else in my life was going to say no. I thought my parents were going to say no, and I thought it just wasn't really a feasible option, but every door just opened. And so it led me to Florence. I loved Italy. I had this really deep desire to go to Italy. So Florence was just perfect. When it came time to my actual first day, it was quite the ordeal. I was traveling with a friend, and we got there. It was fine. We got connected with our program, and they helped us get a ride to our apartment and everything. They essentially just dropped us off at our apartment and said, "Good luck, see you later," and kind of figure it out for yourself. We went up to the first floor thinking it was our apartment, and it was not. So we had this really big debacle with trying to find the right key and trying to find the right apartment and going back and forth with the residents there. And so I totally just shut down, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is not what I expected. It was supposed to be easy, but I never even in a million years thought that something would go wrong on the day that we stepped foot in our apartment. The first 6 weeks were actually a lot harder than I expected them to be. I struggled a lot to find a community there, so I was very lonely, and I experienced very, very dark place. It was very trying, a lot more trying than I expected. Joy does come naturally to me, like just being a happy person is just kind of who I am. But when I experienced the uncomfortability of a whole new country, not knowing the streets and figuring out how it worked, and all of those little things kind of started to add up. I reached out to my mom in those first 6 weeks more so than I had ever in my entire college experience. And so I was kind of telling her about what I was feeling. I just felt like I didn't have any friends, really, truly. Didn't feel like I got to know anybody in classes very well, saying, "Mom, I'm really miserable, and I feel like I can't be home and I can't be here. I just don't feel like I fit anywhere right now." And so she kind of had this moment with me where she said, it's okay to be lonely, it's okay to be uncomfortable, and it's okay to reach out to people and understand that they may feel what you're feeling too. And she said, just dig into the Word and let God speak to you through His words. I got off the phone with her and cried some more by myself, and just dug into the Word again, and ended up finding a really renewed sense of peace when I read the Word, but also a renewed sense of joy that kind of filled this loneliness that I had been feeling for the first 6 weeks. Psalm 73 was really kind of my rock. This was one of those moments that I felt like the Lord was kind of bringing me through the valley, and my mom was just kind of one of those people who helped facilitate me forward. My circumstances did not change because I was still living in Florence, but my perspective definitely changed. I asked Him to make me feel uncomfortable so that I would know Him. And so the fact that His Word was just exactly what I needed during my dark time was a complete answer to prayer. So the last 6 weeks of my study abroad were really me kind of getting out into Europe, and so I could actually experience these different cultures and different places where I knew that I had kind of this foundation, this grounding of saying, no matter where I am, God's going to be with me. He's going to sustain me, and He's going to bring me that joy and that will become strength. And so it was really kind of foundational in who I am now, because my joy doesn't just come from, oh, Whitney's happy-go-lucky. It's a joy that is really, truly deeply from the Lord.